Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some earnings names prior to Labor Day, our precise daily stock levels, as well as our game plan and Forex, our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. So, we have no trading on Monday, as you already know, and some interesting earnings to trade tomorrow. And we're going to go over all that and more. But first, I would like to say thank you to our friends over at the T3 Compliance team, who is asking you to pause this video, read this thing before continuing, and then continuing. Okay, thank you very much for reading that. And now let's just talk about what is on the agenda today. We're going to look at some earnings names. So, as I was telling you guys the other day, Lululemon, I'm going to go over Lulu, I'm going to go over ULTA, I'm going to go over NTNX. But Lululemon, as I was telling you the other day, obviously, I did think they were going to be, uh, I was outside the country and I told you guys I walked into a Lululemon store and it was the craziest thing in the world was I was in all these different stores. I was in Lacoste store. I was in a Lululemon. I was in an Urban Outfitters. I went to all these different stores, checking them out, checking out the vibe and whatnot. When I went inside Lululemon, it was like 1 o'clock p.m. And I went inside Lululemon and I thought it was like 12 o'clock at night on a Saturday night in Manhattan walking into a nightclub. I kid you not. I walked in, the air was crisp. You could breathe like almost like it was less stuffy in there, almost like as if they're pumping oxygen in the room. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like an oxygen generation machine and they pump oxygen in the room to give you that like sort of high vibe. They were playing like very fast beat per minute music, and everybody was walking around. Everybody's like walking around picking up their $100 yoga pants and their $120 shirts, and they were just all walking around. They had like that like really good music going. I was like, and everyone's just walking around loading in. I swear, this woman, she had this basket, and you're getting choppy video. That's weird. Sorry about that. Video's fine. Okay, it's you, Colton. So they're walking around, and this lady had like a few shirts, a few pants, and like something else, and I'm like, this lady has like $1,000 worth of Lululemon merchandise. So with that being said, let's get right into the numbers of Lululemon. And looking right here after hours, you could see Lululemon is up massively. Just missed hitting $150, hit 149.40. What did they report? 65 to 67 cents per share was their Q3 consensus. That is 65 to 67 cents beats the 63 cents for Q3 consensus. Their second quarter earnings 71 cents per share versus the 49 cents expected. Total comparable sales increased 20%. 19% on a constant dollar basis. Comparable store sales increased 10% or increased 10% on a constant dollar basis. It was the most happening store I went into on my whole trip, and that's what I was pretty much sharing with you. With that being said, um, I'm going to come out and I'm going to put a target on Lulu, and I'm going to go ahead and put a $200 target on Lululemon. I know that sounds a little crazy. I don't really come out often with stock targets, as honestly, officially, I'm not an analyst. I don't give stock picks or recommendation advice. For me, my excuse me, $200 target does insinuate the trend of where it's going. I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. It's the new hot thing. I do think they're going to continue to grow. And how am I going to trade it tomorrow? I think this is a perfect candidate for the one and done strategy. I think it's a perfect candidate for the high five strategy. I think it's a perfect candidate for the Fun 21 strategy. So I think you apply these three strategies again. There are YouTube videos on it. There's Facebook Live videos on it. You can find them, YouTube. Just type in Newsbeat. I believe it's uh, 128 or 129. You'll find it, I think, if you type it in and look. And you could, also, of course, find it on my playlist on Facebook, Newsbeat Show number 128 or 129. Or you could just pause it, read it, and the strategy is actually right in front of your face right now. And, you could obviously read these three strategies. So I'm going to keep it very simple. I want to show you what happened last time Lulu reported here on earnings. Just kind of an interesting thing. Stock opened up at 113.95, pulled in a little, and then exploded 10 points the entire day. The beautiful thing about this is tomorrow's a Friday, and if you're an option trader, it gives you that unique opportunity to take lotto calls. You know, you could determine how much you want to risk on Lulu ahead of time. Let's say you want to risk $500. You say, all right, I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to lose no more than $500. I'm going to be right. Sky's the limit. And you could just try $500 of Lulu calls if that is your prerogative and objective. For example, everyone's number is different. It could be $200, $100, be $2,000, $5,000, whatever your number is. I think it's going to be very interesting to see these Lulu calls. Analyst wise, I am predicting that all the analysts across the board are going to end up upgrading this thing. They are just going to come out and they're just going to be upgrading Lulu across the board. Their numbers were absolutely phenomenal on Lululemon. It's funny, just real quickly on Amazon. I was expecting all the analysts to come out of the woodwork and upgrade Amazon today, or at least, an analyst. And it actually happened near the end of the day. Moffitt Nathanson come out with a $2,100 target on Amazon right at the end of the day. You could see that Amazon was on my list from yesterday. You could see just beautiful little, as I said to you, as I said, you guys didn't hear, but for those who are members of the Newsbeat live room, I said today in the morning that the Amazon Daily is going to look like a plus sign or a doji. And you could see that's exactly what ended up happening. I find it, you want to hear something funny? There were $2,150 calls printing 30 cents when I was looking at it at the end of the day. So people were paying $30 for the ability to buy 100 shares of Amazon at $2,150 for tomorrow only. Craziest thing I have seen. I cannot believe that somebody actually, you know, is willing to buy Amazon, predicting that it could go up like 8% tomorrow, for example. So that to me was absolutely insane. Next on my little earnings agenda right here. We're going to look at Alta Salon, and this doesn't surprise me that Alta Salon, what they actually ended up doing on earnings here. You could see the stock just gap down, flush down on earnings. Let's look at the numbers, and I'm going to tell you. By the way, I think all the analysts are going to come out and upgrade Lulu. Let's talk about this one. Um, their Q2 earnings were good initially, but they lowered the consensus. They were, saying that they're going to make much less than the consensus on their third quarter earnings coming up. So $2.31 is what the consensus was. They're saying they can make 211 to 216. Other than that, their revenues slightly missed, not by much. It was pretty much in line. And just taking a look at this Alta Salon here, here's the bottom line. Like I, you know, Alta Salon, the problem with Alta Salon are people are turning into a little more web savvy. It's web savvy. And when you want to go online and buy makeup, you're not really buying the Ulta Beauty. You're not really buying an Ulta product. And this is the problem. This is the problem with retailers out there. It's not like you could only get a certain makeup cream by Ulta Salon. It's like you can't just only do that. That is just something that you cannot do. So looking at Ulta Salon here, because there's no exclusivity in the product, what happens is you have to, go online. Go online. You could go buy anything in an Ulta store online that's not exclusive, meaning you'll find several places selling the same stuff as you would Ulta Salon. When it comes to Lululemon, you're buying Lululemon Athletica clothes regardless. of how you're buying it, where you're buying it from. You're buying it for the quality, and taking a look at Lulu, that sort of exclusivity into this is only their brand, as opposed to, somebody who's there just selling a million different company products. That's why Lulu's going to succeed while Ulta's going to fail. Who's going to take over Ulta Salon? Amazon. Because what's going to happen in Amazon, and you heard it here first, you're going to have some makeup artist profiling you through their algorithm. They're going to profile the type of makeup you like, the type of eyeshadow you wear. I mean, it's a heavily dominated business for females. They're going to find out the, lipstick you like and whatever. And yes, they do sell male products as well, but they're going to be able to profile you and find out what you like, Amazon, and they could just literally auto send it to you. Do you want your makeup every this many days, or do you want us to just show you what we think you should wear? And it's going to sure beat going to an Ulta Beauty salon. When it comes to Lulu, you're buying the Lulu clothes no matter what. You are going to Lulu to buy these clothes. So, how am I going to trade Ulta tomorrow? Not to sound redundant, but what works, works. Look for maybe a one and done short strategy. Look for a high five short strategy. Look for a fun 21 short strategy. That's it. That is my entire shtick when it comes to trading those names. Simple, effective, easy. Next on the radar, NTNX reported. That's NTNX, and you could just see after hours they pulled the stock down, popped it up, pulled it down, and now is digesting down after hours alongside the Ulta Salon. Let's talk about their numbers. And by the way, I think people are either going to downgrade Ulta or defend Ulta tomorrow. I don't think you're going to get upgrades in Ulta Salon. With that being said, when it comes to Nutanix here, um, okay, let's talk about it. 11-cent loss beat the consensus loss of 21 cents. They had 303.7 million in revenue, which beat the 300.5 million in revenue. Here is where the company drops the ball. It's all about projections. So they see their next quarter revenue of a loss of 26 to 28 cents versus the loss of 22 cents expected. So similar to Lulu, um, similar to Lulu, this stock got, beat on the earnings initially and then gave a poor outlook. And that's exactly what happened on Alta. And Lulu actually beat and raised. Alta beat and then said bad guidance. Nutanix beats and then gives bad guidance. I think analysts are, for the most part, going to come out and defend it. I don't think you're going to get downgrades in Nutanix. I don't see downgrades coming in tomorrow, despite the fact that it's down. I think maybe defense, maybe a raise or two on Nutanix, because that's just how the analysts roll. Keep it very simple, stupid. I kept it very simple, stupid today. I was able to make some decent calls. I was able to make some decent money. Again, decent is a very decent for each person is a different word. For me, I was consistent, and that's all I asked for today. That is all I could ask for any day. In a market environment like this, we do have Labor Day on Monday. A lot of people are predicting the volume to be dead. I think it might be slow, but at the same time, I am expecting action in some of the earnings names, and I'm actually pretty excited to trade them. On that note, very simple, just precise daily stock levels. Here are all the names I am watching. Q, Spiders, IWM, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. If you want support and resistance levels, feel free to screenshot it now. Here they are. Game plan name I'm watching, it's a name we caught a short in today. I actually ended up not capitalizing on it fully the way I wanted to, but um, it's Dollar Tree, and they just got decimated on earnings. I'm giving you guys a short trigger through, actually, I gave you 79.78. I'm changing it to 79.77 now. So that Dollar Tree bearish trigger will be 79.77, and it's going to be a break of today's low. Very simple. I am expecting Dollar Tree to potentially head lower. It's gapped up a little after hours. At the moment, it's showing up 42 cents. I'm not paying too much attention to that. And I do think we might be able to see a break of today's low tomorrow in Dollar Tree for a potential short. My Forex names have been on fire. I have a decent number of names here today, and we're going to go ahead and share them with you. Euro, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Here are all my buys and sells. One short trade. These are all pending orders. They were all put in right before I started it. None of these orders you see now have been filled. These are live orders. You see exactly where I'm bidding at, or in this case, offering at, up to 5 decimal places out. That's exactly the way. This is a live screenshot from my pending orders. They're exactly as you see them. Here they show the price of exactly where I'm trying to do it. Here's the currency listing, the currency pair. Here's my stop loss in case I get filled and I'm wrong. Here's my take profit level in case I get filled and I am right. I've been on a little bit of a roll, a little bit of a win streak. Nothing to get super excited about yet, but I've been doing pretty well recently in the forex, and I hope my streak continues. So those are all my live orders as we speak. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, just keep it chill, keep it simple, make easy money. I mean, you know that the good months are coming up in trading, and you know that the Newsbeat live room is the best place in the world to be when it comes to these things because we're going to be hitting home runs across the board. We're going to be knocking it out of the park, and I think that is a very optimistic thing to look forward to as you're making, the intraday grind, making a little consistent money here, a little consistent money there. You're paying your bills. You might be happy. I know traders who are happy with this action, and the way I see it is, God bless you. For me, is it my type of action? No. Can I capitalize on it? Yes, daily, but at the same time, not really my type of action. But I know it's going to get better soon. I am looking forward to trading the news names tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat Show. We're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the United States of America. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.